Welcome back to John Spratt's Facebook Fan of the Week. This week, we're in Fairfield County and we're talking with South Carolina State Representative Boyd Brown. We visited him at his farm in Ridgeway to find out why he's a supporter of John Spratt. I know you interned with John Spratt in 2006, Is that right? Tell us about your experiences working with him in Washington.
Well, one thing you learn when you work with John Spratt is how hard of a worker he actually is. He's very hands-on as far as bills coming through his office, letters coming in his office, committee assignments in his office, and he doesn't just hand it off to the staff and tell them to do all the work. John Spratt is very hands-on, knows everything that's going on, and when they say he has the sharpest mind in Washington, there's no wonder why, because he keeps up with everything. And it was a pleasurable experience, and it's just just great for anyone who has had that experience to work in John Spratt's office.
And what about any stories? You've been around him a lot, so do you have any
one story that kind of just sums up John Spratt as it relates to the 5th District is everyone in the 5th District knows if they have a problem with any federal agency, with any with anything, they can always pick up the phone and call John Spratt. Well, when I was working there in '06, Hezbollah, which is a terrorist organization in the Middle East, was bombing parts of Lebanon. And there was a student over there, I think she was from Sumter, or she's from Sumter, Darlington, somewhere, in the 5th District, and her parents had called a couple of the senators' offices, had called the Secretary of State's office, and got nowhere. But it dawned on them, we need to call John Spratt. Well, they called John Spratt. Their daughter was out of the bombing and was on the way home the next day. And it's just, that personifies John Spratt. He cares about his district. He cares about his constituents, and he just is a public servant. He is, that's the best way to sum John Spratt up, is he is a public servant. So.
And what about you? What got you interested in politics?
Well, working in his office had a lot to do with it. I tell the stories. Same year I worked on a campaign for governor, and rode around the state and saw the needs of our state. Saw kids without shoes in cold weather. Saw kids that were hungry. Went down and saw the corridor, and shame. But working in John Spratt's office led me to see veterans have tons of problems in the state. John Spratt's always there for the veterans. Seniors have problems with Social Security benefits, and always there to answer their phone calls. It's just, you have politicians and you have public servants. And like I said, John Spratt's a public servant, which is what we need more of in this country. And using him as a role model is one reason I got involved in politics at such an early age. And if I can be half the public servant John Spratt is, I'll consider myself doing well in politics.
Thanks for watching this week's Facebook Fan of the Week. Tune in next week when we talk with another supporter in the 5th District.